Welcome back to the POPcast. Hello, everybody. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up? Looking clean, boys.
It's nice. It's nice.
Look at you. Fresh and so clean.
Look at Vigi.
Guys, got your edges up.
Look at Vigi. Fresh.
I'm just fatigued, guys.
Are you working hard?
He's always working.
Fresh
man.
cuts.
But I think also I don't know, man. We're in June. It's like halfway throughout the year.
Yeah.
But I think we had so much happen here this year that guys, I am tired. Like 2020 can end.
And the worst part about it is that we can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
We
Just
can't
Relieve
leave.
yourself of stress.
The moment we can, trust me, I'm Audis, Capaldis. And even though the budget is not agreeing, I'm still fucking going.
Yes, definitely.
what's up.
Yeah, a beach, a cocktail, just no signal. That's the best
vibe.
part of holiday.
You can't go to the beach by yourself.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, guys.
Devon, Cape Town.
Yeah, like a Durban, because the weather. You know, I follow all the Durban guys. Like, I was even speaking to Dynasty.
tourism,
I was
holla at
speaking
us,
to Dynasty on the FaceTime as well.
Oh, you guys are friends now?
Yeah,
Oh, agumnandi.
we're adults, you know? So that's all it is. It's always just a conversation. But those guys aren't wearing shirts. Like, it's warm.
summer,
I'm
though.
like, yo, Durban. I definitely want to hit Durban.
Speaking of Durban, Dream Team gave a fire Freestyle Friday to Stogie on a
Saw that.
Les beat. That was really... And I think it's the first one where it's like two people interchanging like that, because usually it's just one
Yes.
person.
By the car.
Yo, that was really nice, guys. That was really nice.
I did-
Trey, Sasso, like...
I think
I saw you
the
hit
boys are
over.
also like hibernating well, but they're also working on their craft. I think
Yeah.
that's the one thing I've noticed for them on the lockdown is they've definitely been grinding on the music.
And
Shout out.
Durban imnandi alone, or like it, you know, you can find your bearings again, and then you've got the support system, you got family. It comes with a lot less stress, of a lot less stress than Joburg.
I
Joburg is
saw
really.
you going crazy in the comments for Beast. And I understand why.
Yo, and,
Shout out to
you know,
Beast.
to speak what's going on inside you, what's going on around you, and still make it sound dope without making someone sound depressed.
Yeah.
To the point where they have to be squint-eyed and going, oh, when your name is mentioned.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot that. This link or whatever we're doing would have gone by, and I wouldn't have mentioned that.
Yeah, I just saw your comment. Like, I watched it and I always check comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Shout out to
But Beast is dope, and the one thing for me, I'm just like, yo, I really need him to like get his shine. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know what's
What do
needed,
we
but
mean
like,
when we say that?
I mean, he won an award.
he won a really dope award, but I don't think the rest of the game gives him the respect that he deserves. He's a dope MC.
I don't think
Yeah.
he needs the game.
That's the thing.
He just needs to just put out more music. I think with Beast, we're just missing the content.
Okay.
That's the more he floods us, the
that's it.
more he will drill into our heads.
Okay.
But I remember, like, after he did the song with Kings of the Weekend, Bumper.
Yeah.
You know, that's where, because I remember Spectacular had actually seen him doing a freestyle over at Gone Beats on Instagram, just randomly. Then they hit him up and did Bumper. And from when they were doing Bumper, he was getting on the road with Spare Naves, and they were moving more. And that's when Tira came in. That's when they did Hello. And he was, you know, doing a lot more. It's just that I think this lockdown kind of also fucked up his momentum, because he has been, like, moving a lot more than what he used to, because he's been around for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout outs to him.
What else?
Yeah, shout out
What
to
do you
Beast.
guys think when you guys bring it back to Freestyle Fridays?
Yeah.
And I think someone did send a link. There's a rapper. I am the one like a tile safe fish.
Yeah, that's my
You know
favorite.
that? Yeah. What do you guys think of that?
Didn't hear.
Okay. I just want to see the comments in the group. 'Cause I know a lot of people just like.
59 seconds was not enough.
Yeah, people like wanted more, or people felt like, now we've diluted this thing. But shout outs to the homie, man. I love
On
the
Freestyle
confidence.
Friday.
Yeah,
And Stogie put him on.
yeah.
On Twitter.
On Twitter. Okay.
Shame.
No, I didn't check that
Everyone
out.
took the piss out of him, shame.
Yeah. But shout outs to the home, man. Do check it out.
Another dope thing that I should speak about, speaking on Durban, we're going to stay in Durban for this intro, I guess. And that's dope because we have to, like, stretch our limbs and talk about everybody, because the game is not just concentrated here in Joburg, even though it might feel like it sometimes. There was an article in Billboard about the Hip Hop Imbizo, that music conference that was held in Durban that we were at as well. So they had an article on Billboard that was highlighting things that are happening here in SA in terms of music, or in Africa, not even just SA. So shout outs to them for that. and P. Cutter DJ on Sway. Yeah, P. Cutter DJ on Sway. That's one good dude right there, you know?
Definitely.
How could we forget? Sorry about that, Cutter. Yeah.
That's one good dude who doesn't, like, I know Cutter from Durban, living there. I used to always just go to school, tertiary, go back to the flat, go to his place. I probably ate and lived at that guy's house. Would cross night there. He would have decks. He would DJ.
And lots of DC.
And lots of DC and vinyls. And he DJ. And we just chill there hitting bongs. He had a homemade bong from a Jameson bottle. Or Fish Eagle bottle, was it? And it was just hitting bongs and hip hop all day. And I just like, you know, we've parted ways. And he's here in Joburg, but he's over there. And it's just nice to see him still here because he's like one good guy that you just want good things to happen to. And it's always nice when they happen at his time.
I've also always had that respect for him and hence the cool out move that I once did, you know? And being able to work with Kada and Akio for 2 years, like for me was
Education.
a very, very important, you know, aspect of my life and my career. Very
They
important.
give me, Carter gave me my first booking in Durban.
Yeah.
So shout out to, shout out to
Where is
Carter.
Akio now?
Akio's still around. Akio's always on world tours.
Yes,
Well,
yeah.
right now he's around
Sure.
in South Africa, but he's always on world tours.
But he always does, and he always does that black and yellow tour that he does. I think in Amsterdam and Germany and parts of that.
Europe.
And I think it's a really dope tour for him because he
Yeah.
literally reaches out to people he knows. He does this whole thing, and he's like, "Yo, I'm from SA, but this is what
And
we're
he's been
out
building
to."
it for years.
You know? Yeah.
So Jägermeister's on board now, even like he's doing it properly.
Even Kada was on that tour. Wasn't he on a UK overseas tour last year, European tour?
I think you're thinking of Akio.
No, Kada also went.
Kada joined. I think he did join Akio 2 years ago.
Sure.
But Akio went on a recent one now, a pretty long one, very very long one.
Nice.
Fuck. Now that we're speaking, Phil. Shout out to Phil. I haven't seen Phil.
DJ Phil.
Yeah.
Durban.
Durban.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him. I was wondering.
Because straight off the Kada, like Kada had Durban like this. Then when Kada came to
Then
Joburg,
Phil.
Phil came through,
Yeah,
yes. But it also birthed the rest of the Durban DJs because now we've got the likes of Wobbly, obviously,
Junior
the Rocker, exactly, Stanky,
that
yes.
dope song.
Dynasty
I like
used
that
to
song.
DJ as well.
Yeah.
Dynasty
yeah.
before he MC'd. Meech, shout out Meech.
Fana, Wobbly. For the Travis Scott. Your Wobbly can play Travis Scott for a whole hour. And you just be in the zone.
He just smokes a Jägermeister.
Yeah, that's it.
Smokes Jägermeister.
That's it. Yeah, so that's shout out to
Wobbly.
Durban, man, you know. And obviously just also like pouring so much talent for us, not just in music, but I think in the entertainment game as a whole. Like Durban really does give us some major offerings.
I wanted to give a shout out to Cape Town, Sipper the Gift.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen to
I
that
listened
Bloom
to
EP.
that.
I interviewed him last week about his EP, and he's just so like reserved, but he's also just so like articulate. I love his music, and it's so chilled. And he's like, no, he's not trying to be like every rapper's favorite rapper. He just wants to put out what he thinks is dope.
Yeah.
And also, he engineered that album himself. He said,
And he produced this.
he produced it and engineered it himself. He said he wanted to challenge himself to
That's
understand
crazy.
the
How
process.
old is this kid?
Jeez, I'm not too sure.
I think Sipper's still in his 20s.
And that name's been around for a while.
Yeah.
have not
I've been a
heard.
fan. I've been a fan of him for a long time. And Sipper, don't worry, man. I can scratch out the rest from the list just for you.
I haven't heard it. I haven't heard it.
Whoa, what do you mean by that? Sorry.
I enjoy just to listening. But people have been releasing, and I just press skip. Mara, that's Sipper the Gift. Bloom EP.
Why are you skipping?
Who are you skipping?
Why are you skipping?
Who are you skipping?
I'm skipping everyone.
Why?
Because they're boring. They're not refreshing. It's the same old recited lines, NJ. That just boast shit out of me. Sorry.
What do you want people to say, Vijay?
No, just refresh me.
Refresh your how?
Just do something dope. They were
This
like,
is
oh,
an
shit,
A&R
this
speaking,
is,
eh?
This is proper. Do you understand? And the moment when... Here's the thing, Noni. It's one of those where if we hear the same pattern the whole time, media now also wants to do the same. All of us saw. Do you understand? And the moment, that's why you have that guy who shines out. You know, that's why a Keenan shined out by himself because he was different. You had a Casper shine out, you know, you had those people. So you can't all of us mimic the same people the whole time, guys. We can't.
Guys,
I hear you.
And also,
Don Design song is fucking hot.
yeah.
I didn't bump it, I need to bump it.
Yeah.
Yo.
Python.
Python.
Yo.
I thought it was Keenan's song. at first because
He snippet.
at first, but I didn't
But
see.
it probably was,
that Don
and then
design.
he gave it to Don and he gave it to Muzi.
Oh, so artists give DJ songs now. Hey.
But Don Design,
Anyway.
but Don Design is a family member.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you putting on your team.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Listening.
bread.
Hope you guys are listening.
Yeah. So, you know, and it's about relationships.
I thought it was hard. I thought Muzi also came in really, really
Yeah.
hard. I spoke to her and she said she wrote her verse like the other day.
Yeah.
And I
But
was
she hasn't been writing.
She has been writing. She writes all her own music.
Ang Mangela to she wrote a verse.
There are songs that she didn't write for herself.
Oh no, you said.
No, I'm saying she said she like recorded that verse the other day.
Oh, okay.
So there
That's what
are
I'm saying. Muzi's
songs that
been-
she's recorded that she hasn't written herself. That is
Yeah.
not a secret.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she also
That
told
isn't
me
a
she's
secret.
got like
Okay,
a
my
lot
bad.
of
Let's
features.
not be spicy.
I'm not being spicy. He
Check.
just said, "Oh, she wrote it." I'm like, "Wait, so what?"
No, what I was trying to relay is that the verse was recorded like the other day, like last week, and the song came out like on Friday, this past Friday. That's what I was trying to say. She also
Okay.
told me she did a lot of features which haven't come out yet. So she says she's coming in hot.
That's dope,
dope.
man. I like that. I like the fact that the people are putting in the work, man. But you also can't even hate about people having music written for them because didn't we
I'm not
speak about
hating.
it?
Oh, guys, what do you mean I'm hating? I'm not hating. I just asked the question. Is that hating?
Okay.
When you ask us, so it's just asking a question.
Okay.
I told you guys last week that I am for helping out, and I've always said that
Yeah.
people cannot rhyme. There are guys who are rappers who rap galo, but you are making a song, Tololo. You
Yeah.
understand? Where they probably need a help of whatever, you know. So when
We spoke about
yeah,
this
you know what I
last
mean.
week.
So it's one of those things. I will never hate.
Yeah.
I don't hate. I
Yo,
congratulate.
shout out to Costa Titch because we actually forgot about his new show that he does on Wednesdays.
Is it on
does
show?
he do?
I don't know if you guys have seen. He does like performances. He had Major Steez as a guest.
Not
this
the,
past
the
Wednesday.
Creators Live thing.
The Creators Live. He's
Is it his one?
yeah, it's
Okay.
his. What's it? Rocking with Titch. That's what it's called. Rocking
Okay,
with
I didn't
Titch.
know.
Okay.
Shout out to
That's
Costa
dope.
Titch. And he's got a really, really dope tour DJ as well, who happens to be from the Vol. Shout out to the 016, who also dropped his debut single yesterday featuring Costa, K Zaga, and Robot Boy. Very interesting.
Aye.
Very, very dope.
What is going in, dog?
Aye, Costa is going in.
Costa's putting in work. I like this.
Shampuru Makenzo, that's his name, the name of the DJ. So there were two really, really good DJ releases this past Friday. So shout out to Don Design and Shampuru Makenzo.
Yep.
Also, did you guys listen, now that we're talking about DJ releases, what's that guy? Is it Master KG?
Yo.
Who did the Jerusalema remix and Burna on there with the
Trust me, Burna
Zulu?
Boy killed it.
Mfethu!
I didn't hear that.
Mfethu!
They start with him. So
I
like,
didn't hear
At
that.
first, when I played it, I couldn't even tell it's Burna Boy.
Yo.
I couldn't tell. And when I played,
he's so
then only
clear.
after, then I could hear
he
the
comes in
harmonies
with the
and
Zulu,
Huh.
and he's doing it properly.
Aye, well done.
He does it better than me.
Everybody speaks better Zulu than you speak.
Man, this is Nyakhuluma, yes.
Out the
And what
remix.
about that song that dude did? Loiso _
Yes,
SA.
that was beautiful.
This is
Special. I
talent.
saw that.
I really feel like people need to hear the message and take it on and
feel
run with
you.
it. Because I saw some video that people had obviously taken on the song and they were like, yo, this is really dope, and they're trying to share the music. But I saw I always say his name wrong. Selo Makhathini did like a video over the song. So it's playing in the background, and he's also sent a message just to say, gents, please, we need to do something. We need to make sure that we stand up for our women. And I think they organized the march as well. So shout out to the guys for actually taking it on as well and owning it and saying, we need to do something. You know?
Dope.
Yeah,
By the time
that
this
song was beautiful.
plays, there would have been a march. That there's a march tomorrow.
Yes, yeah,
There's a march tomorrow happening.
definitely.
I don't know
yeah.
the details, but I know there's a march tomorrow.
Where did you find out about it?
Just via the WhatsApp groups. I think there's a specific WhatsApp group. I'm not in it. Anybody?
No.
Obviously not.
I think there's
We
a
didn't know.
celebrity WhatsApp group which they've created, and they're all going marching.
To march. Okay, what are your guys' thoughts on the marches? Do you think they're effective?
Depends.
On what?
It depends how it's done. You know, if it's done in like a clean way and it's really about like people having one message, trying to get one message across, then I'm all for it. But if it's just like a thing for like people to like cloud chase, then I don't. That's the only thing that gets where it gets a little bit confusing because you never really know what's happening. You know.
Who's in this march group? We don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm
My only
gonna
issue is
give you
that-
my thoughts on the march.
Yeah.
We'll just answer the question.
Yo, I was never ready for that one.
I think you can march for things that are new to society. If there's a new problem in society and it needs addressing and it needs attention, go ahead and march. For an issue like this one that has been prevalent for such a long time in society, it is evident at this point that marching, the time for it is over. It's time now to draw up legislation where you go hit the Women's League, the ruling party, through Parliament. And I'm not the smartest nigga, like I'm not a politician, but I had to sit back and watch the world and be like, this is how this shit works. This is the only way you're gonna win. You know, so these are the things you gotta be on about. This is where you need your power. You can have influence on social media, but you gotta turn that into power in Parliament. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So these are the things that matter, and this is what black people are not willing to do. These are the things we're not willing to do because it takes work.
Yeah.
It takes work. It takes money, officers, someone willing to call people, someone willing to write, someone willing to go to people and issue stuff and get knocked and knocked and knocked. It takes work, and it takes people behind you. It takes backing, financially, energy, physical backing, spiritual backing, and also just wanting the same things. More people, it's a true fact of life, science, and the cosmos. When two or more people are gathered for the same cause, it happens faster.
An example is like the hip hop community coming together for Meek Mill.
All of that shit.
And
you know
Jay-Z
what I mean?
leading that. And
Yeah.
Jay-Z always says, he's like, I don't want to just, I want to like act on things, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
so
we gotta
those are
get
the
Meek.
things.
When I say we gotta get Meek out, Meek gotta come out. I'm not just
Yo,
saying
fuck
it.
Meek for a minute. Talking about our girls and our ladies and our women and our... Fuck Meek for a second, bro. On the real. Fuck Meek for a second, bro. And like, we talking about the women that birth us and what's happening in this country and how we can make change, you know what I'm saying? And Meek can really chill. For real, fam. You know? So that's how I feel about marches. Right now, it's not that time. You know, the people that have real celebrity, like they think they have celebrity, and you touched on it, you think sometimes people do it for clout, because now it looks good to post things. Now it looks good to walk around, because that's what they see. And we're such a mimic society, back to what you were saying, VG, that people see, they longing for people's lives on Instagram. Now, Instagram is filled with other images. Now people want to turn the shit around them into that. That's how psychologically sick we are. You feel what I'm saying? It's not even for the real cause, because if it was,
It's work
there
for
would
them.
be some real deals happening. There would be some real... Guys, the one thing that changes everything is something in writing.
Yeah.
Paper and that black typewriter or ink that goes on paper is what changes things in every way. Paper and what is written on paper changes shit. For real.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, are they marching to somewhere? Or are they, is it just a march in J
It's a-
to just march? Or is it a march where we are handing something to government, parliament, that, hey guys, we have an issue, please let's address it?
I think the point of the marches that I've seen that have been organized is to raise awareness and to say, men, we need to take ownership of the problem, A, B, C, D. The reason I asked the question is because as much as you guys are, again, we're not too sure what the point of the marches is if there is nothing being sent to Parliament or being addressed or
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. So from a woman's perspective, and this is the feedback I'm getting from a lot of the ladies on social media is, okay, you guys are marching and then what?
I wanted to ask this.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
for us, it's not even a thing of, we appreciate the marching, but what is the intent?
Yeah.
What is happening after the march? What is the point? Where are you going with the march? Are you going to follow through after the march? Is it just going to end after Sunday, you go home, you have dinner with your family, and then send qadil? Do you know what I mean? So for us, it's, okay, you've made noise, you've gotten people's attention, and then?
I'm sorry to ask this, but in that march, it was celebrities, whoever. Those people who are called out, guys, it's not fun. Those people who are called out, I hope one day they will be able to speak out on the issues when they got pointed out. That's where it starts for me. Like, as they're amongst the march, we need to report it. Chief, you did something wrong, go fix it. Oh, you know, I don't know if my message is getting across, you know what I mean? So we can all there, just cause I'm a celebrity, what do I have to look pretty and do A, B, and C, you know, for my cars, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, amongst those men, whoever got called out there, they also need to be started like now.
Yeah.
Well, I agree and I disagree because you could have been called out, but it could be true or it could not be true.
But silence, that's the thing. So if I could have been called out, I would have spoke out about it.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I was called out.
Yeah.
I was called out.
You act up about it. Like, hey, like, you know what I mean? I would follow up about it. That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah.
Sometimes as men, we tend to...
I was called out, and we've spoke about it. We've spoke about. There's nothing to hide. So if I'm there in the march now, and you come in like, hey, the tweet said whatever.
Yeah.
You must come with facts.
But you spoke out about it.
Yeah.
You understand? There are men who didn't speak out about it.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. That the silence is more powerful than words, actually.
Sure.
Yeah, and I think when people say that you need to hold your friends accountable, I think it's also if you know that they've been...
Like you've seen your friend
You've seen them being violent, you've seen them sexually assaulting somebody or harassing somebody, you've seen the behavior, but you've turned a blind eye.
Yeah.
That already is a problem because you're enabling it. So now we're saying, stop enabling your friends, tell them that's fucked up, stop doing that.
Yeah.
That's
you know
the
what I
big
mean?
part.
That's the big part.
That is a very big, and a lot of things that affect change don't happen outside where everybody can see it. They happen
That's at home.
very
Yeah.
under closed doors,
Yeah.
you know. So people need to understand that as much as they think that it's the power of these people and their laws, because you can make a law, but if people don't follow that law, it's as good as none.
Yeah.
So it's up to us, the community, to really do something about it, especially the men. When they see their friends acting a fool, it's that time to really be there and go. And you can't post that on social media, or you can if you want. You know, you could be like, yo, I did this, I saw my friend doing this, I had to stop it, because that's the life you guys are living now. But I'm just saying that most of that impact from you deciding to be a better human, it doesn't come with the clout of social media.
Yeah.
You don't but you get to feel good about it, and you get to be that person that is building society back without needing someone else to do it for you. We as guys and ladies can then feel safer. You know, it's like, damn, like, okay, we can feel a change. Because it probably won't be a guy that posts it, it'll probably be a girl. So when there's more stories like females going, today, this almost happened to me, and these dudes stood by me, that's when you know the country's changing.
Yeah.
Until we don't see those stories, we
Yeah.
best make sure that we're still turning a blind eye to the bullshit.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And ladies will do it. They will do it, like not because we're asking them or whatever, but because when something happens to you
speak out.
that shifts your thinking in how you thought people were, it marvels you so much that you just have to go, I gotta tell people that there is hope out there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So until we see more of those, even if it happens in conversations, even if it happens over social media, because we know where the state of the country's at, I definitely think like we're not doing anything about it. Sure. Another thing, talking about change and like shifting stuff, you know, it's been also interesting to see brands work in these times. You know, some brands have worked as if there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
Like it's business as usual. And I saw a campaign by Shane Eagle and MTN. And he was running a competition for his fan base or his followers to tag him and tag him about someone who's doing really good work in the community. and that person will then receive, I think,
Saw
cash
that.
assistance or whatever from MTN. And I like love to see shit like that. You know, that's how you use your celebrity power. That's how you use your star power. I love seeing shit like that. Shout outs to Shane and shout outs to MTN, because on a pitch, that is a fucking no-no. Even if it had to be these times for companies to start doing something like that, it's cool, you know? So,
Yeah,
that shit is
I
dope.
saw that.
No, shout outs to the brands that are doing something amazing. But you know, the other day I was
That's easy,
driving.
guys. That's easy.
The other day I asked myself, throughout this process throughout this shitstorm we're going through, the people that made the most money are probably Abo, Johnson & Johnson, and, you know, I'm like, what are they doing to give back? I hope they are doing things, because I haven't seen anything, but maybe you guys can enlighten me if they have been doing things to give back to the community.
Sure, Johnson & Johnson, I've never even thought about.
You know what I mean?
I
Like
understand why you're saying that, because there are companies who are obviously pushing sanitizers, they're pushing, their brands were still out there with regards to safety, precautions, health, whatever the case is, but we don't necessarily see them pushing or
In our spaces.
collaborating in
Culture.
but maybe that's never been their directive, because you must understand brands like that will always collaborate with like female influencers because that's their directive. So you can't force a brand to get involved in culture because we want them to get involved. That's not how it works. I think it needs to be a marriage of sorts that makes sense. Do you
But
understand?
I think
When you
if
say culture,
you're a
what do you
brand,
mean? Sorry, bro.
Hip-hop,
Hip-hop,
dark,
hip music, not
wasn't
even
really
hip hop,
aiming
just
at-
like music.
I wasn't really
Pop
aiming it
culture.
at hip hop or whatever, you know. But I was just thinking that I'm like, yo, Pele, this things, there was once upon a time where shops were sold out. And it was like, yo, restock, go on, restock. I'm like, but I've never seen something, Jay, giving back to communities or
Youth
something from them.
culture.
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying, you know, from youth point of view. Even if, fine, there are DJs or whatever, let's try sponsor Natila, whatever. That's my whole view. But I haven't seen anything, but maybe as you're saying, they are doing from other side of you. Maybe there is.
Yeah,
you know?
I think maybe we're not seeing it because it's with female influencers who are maybe not on your radar. I know the one brand that I have seen doing work with the youth as well as a musical, cultural person is maybe Zintle and Lifeboy, because I've seen her going on tour with them and doing stuff. This was
Clearly.
prior to lockdown,
Yeah.
where they were actually going to communities and doing stuff with them. So it just depends, I guess, on, like I said, what the brand's
I
intention
think
is.
she's got the Lifeboy deal.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Life boy.
If I'm not mistaken, she's like an ambassador or
Zinta's
something.
What
doing
did you
big
want to
things.
say?
About?
This topic, you wanted to say something.
Damn, I forgot. If I remember, I don't remember.
I also just wanted us to touch on some positive news as well. You spoke on Shane Eagle. I also want to give a shout out to Shoma Josie for
Sure.
that BET nomination, girl. Last year she got the nomination for the Viewers' Choice Award, but and obviously she had to then campaign for people to vote for her. This time it's full-on nomination, the big Makandi, the one that everybody wants.
Shout out.
So she's nominated, Burner's nominated, I think Stormzy's nominated. Shasha's got the viewer's choice for this
Choice.
year.
Okay.
So Shasha is nominated for her to be voted for. So please vote for Shasha because
South
we gotta
Africa.
bring it back home, you know what I mean? And shout outs to, Shoma Josie won it last year because she campaigned.
Yeah.
So shout outs to her. So if she gets this one, it will be...
Was it same as Java's one?
Yes, Sjava
Won
won.
the actual award for Best African Act or something.
No.
Was it same year? Java did win it.
No, it was AKA and Shoma Josie nominated.
No, that was the Nickelodeon Awards when it was AKA.
Nickelodeon.
Sjava and Shoma
Casper.
Josie did get nominated same year, but I can't remember what he won for.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, we need to double check that, yeah.
well, but he's got a BT though.
Yeah, he
Yes.
definitely does.
Yeah. Yeah.
It definitely
So
does.
it's a big stage for her to be on, especially for South Africa, for that Best International Act. I think also because you're not only competing with just Africans, it's literally the world. Hence I'm mentioning the likes of Stormzy, because he's also nominated for the same award. And for you to take that home,
Burner. Guys, Burner.
African
Yo.
giant.
Guys, Burner.
That's quite cool because she's on the remix.
Yeah, with both of them.
Yes. Yes.
dope, right?
Shout outs for holding down the continent. Guys, Margot to pena. I want no pena, but face. I live on this gram, dog. I want no pena. I guys, man.
And you know, I always think back to how people belittled him when he was still like out here trying to do stuff in SA. And I'm just like, look now.
I didn't see the belittlement.
It's not necessarily belittling in the sense of like trashing him as such, but I don't think we paid attention to him as much as we should have at the time when he was making
He also
moves
wasn't
here.
making this music.
Yeah, no, we were playing.
He wasn't making this music.
Burner for me was
He's
one
always-
of those guys with always like, I've always vibed with Burner,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he didn't find, now I think he found that
his
niche,
niche.
like, this is me,
Yeah.
you know?
Okay. Yeah.
And back then he was still saying, yo, I'm just making
But
music because I love it.
and he was always dope, and he was always cool. And Burner broke the rules. Burner is the reason why we could smoke weed in the club. I ain't gonna front.
No,
because
but
after he was here and
then
he
we
did
were
that,
like, fuck that.
and then
Everyone was like, fuck that. At least, so why can't Burner smoke in the club?
you know, so it's like I can't be Mecca now and go outside. And I was chilling with Burner here, and you allowed him.
Fuck that.
So you don't respect us.
Okay, yeah.
That shit was crazy. Shout outs for that. That should change the game also. Shout outs to
But
that.
fucking Master KG, that guy is mean, eh?
Yo.
Bro, he just shares hits.
I love the fact that he's on that song. Like, and for me, I'm just like, it's such an. I didn't expect that collaboration to happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
asking-
mean?
I was asking
Because the song
myself
is
that
moving in
Master KG, obviously Skeleton Move is probably the second highest viewed video in South Africa.
Yeah. Wow.
Then Jerusalem is probably the first viewed. I'm like, by the time, and I did call open mic, and I'm like, yo, and they're like, yeah, trust me, Vigi, this Tuesday we are releasing the video. And I'm like, damn, so y'all aiming maybe for my 50 million plus views with this one, clearly.
Is open mic, I've seen it on TV. Well, who's that?
It's a record label, it's a management record label.
Did they do TV as well?
No. So they do Master KG, Zanda Zagusa, Nomncebo.
Who owns it?
It's Jamela, Brandon, and I think there's someone else. You know, yeah.
The industry
Damn.
is so wide and is so vast, and there's so much food out there, but everybody is trying to come through this one gate. And that fascinates me.
I won't lie, that open mic that you just told me is crazy.
Yo,
I thought open mic is like he's.
you don't really have to. You don't have to be known.
Oh no.
We don't even have to say your name. We don't have to know who the fuck you are, but you could be killing it and eating out there. But if you're gonna search to be known, hey, you yes, kawata. But the industry is so wide, man. Like when I hear shit like that, I don't even know open mic. Half of those names I didn't even know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's
like,
a saying about insecurities where, like, if you're insecure, you will make, you know, like the loudest noise. But if you actually know your lane and you're secure and you're about your shit, you'll move silently.
Yo, I niggas,
And that's where the strength lies.
yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. So the moves are huge, and I guess we're gonna have to sit and wait for the video to come out. I think it's gonna be fire, because the song alone, was just hit. So
Sure.
if the video drops, no.
I saw, I think he said 5,000 comments on his Insta and he'll drop it. That's what he said.
Like, even with Shoma Josie, the way she's moved, I think as South Africans now, we also have to get to a point where we're gonna realize that things will have a life of their own overseas that they might not have here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they so zoned in on us that you have the ability to really set the world on fire, to have John Cena come through a whole interview show and greet you, and you like from here. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, even if people here might not get it, like, stop thinking South A.
Yeah.
Stop thinking just South A, and stop wanting South A's approval. Like when you said you don't need the game. Like, and this befalls everybody. Like when you obviously admire people, so you want people to speak about you. You want people to acknowledge you. In a perfect world, it happens. But we're in an imperfect one. And before people congratulate you, they'll be pensive about you and chill. But don't let that stop you. You know, you young kids, like...
Self-love.
You know what I'm saying? Self-love, you know? You gotta understand that. You gotta understand that. You really gotta understand, like, you are the prize, you are the jewel. You really are. And when you get to, like, embrace it, it just comes out so much nicer.
And it's always nice when it's natural.
Yo!
When it's just organic.
And I think that's what African music is doing to the world right now. Do you understand? Where it's like the stuff that's really shining out is like, yo, this is so organically African that you guys will tap into it.
Sure.
And the whole world is looking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's what happened when the Latin America also like, you know what I mean? The whole world started like, yo, but that is dope.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And how they're moving is dope. And the culture, you know, what are they eating? What are they saying, you know? That's the thing right now. African music, don't sleep on it.
Yeah. You know what I forgot? What I wanted to say that time when I wanted to talk about Pitch Black Afro.
Found guilty.
Guilty for homicide.
Yeah.
10 years. It's in. What do you guys got to say?
10 years.
Not enough, no?
For somebody losing their life.
Yeah, right. And remember they gave Briggs 15.
It's never enough.
And Briggs was sexual harassment, sexual assault and rape.
Yeah, statutory rape, right? The girls.
Yes, it was statutory
10
rape.
years is not a long time for, like you say, if you've taken somebody's life, that's nothing.
Because that was even similar with Oscar. I think Oscar also got 5 years.
Where's Oscar? Is he still in?
How many is this?
You see?
Hey.
Oscar's, I think Oscar's out.
Conspiracy.
Personally, I think Oscar out. Personally. You see? Anna. Personally, I think it's gone.
Okay, can we get back to the seriousness of the subject? All right. The reason why I brought that up is because it's baffling for me that that's what the justice system thinks is okay for taking somebody's life.
Yep.
And we were trying to, while we were deliberating over this just before we shot, and we said, what's the difference between homicide and murder? And homicide is you didn't intend to kill somebody, and murder is premeditated. It's something that you've planned out. And at the end of the day, for me, it's still somebody's lost their life. Regardless of whether it's a mistake or whatever the case may be.
It's too little.
It's too little
And that
for you.
article, I saw it on Hype magazine. So they're saying they gave him 10, but he's only going to serve 5.
Imagine.
Actually, it's maybe he'll be out the other 5 on parole. I don't know, but it's one of those things. Let's say I'm doing 20 years. I'll probably be in there for 10.
Sure.
And I'll probably do the others. Parole, check
This
up,
is where
whatever,
I also,
you know what I mean?
It hit me like when I actually watched the president's speech for the very first time.
The whole lockdown.
No, yeah, the whole
South
lockdown.
Africans.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's crazy how also, guys, it's turning into America. Eh? Like I was watching House of Cards on Netflix, and that's how they do their thing with the background,
The podium.
fellow Americans, fellow South. It's a whole script, this thing. But anyway, let's not go there too much. So anyway, when he was addressing the people and talking about the gender-based violence, he did say we mustn't be complicit and whatever, got it. But he doesn't talk about the breakdown in the justice system.
Yes.
I also thought he was going to say they come in with the death penalty or something.
Nothing. And
So with that, they can't because of the Constitution. I think government to Constitution is 2 different things.
Yeah,
That's homework
so-
for us that we'll probably have to find out.
Yeah.
I know I've been trying to research as well.
What, death penalty?
Well, yeah, in terms of, but because we have the Constitution, we have those rights, that nothing can be changed like this, you know what I mean?
I don't
and the
think people
government
can-
doesn't have an impact to changing those things as well.
Yeah, you gotta obviously pass the bill, whatever, né?
Yeah.
But I don't think even death is what we were talking about. I don't think death is what we want to happen.
Necessary.
Yeah.
He should have addressed it
Address the fact that
We have a problem.
because ladies complain
Yeah.
about not being able to report cases
Yeah.
at police stations. They are ridiculed at police stations.
Rockets thrown out.
All of those things, you know? So this is something, as a president, you can ask the people to do their part, but also like, don't act like you don't hear the other side, where people are talking about the fact that we can't even, we're afraid to even go report these things because the things don't end up anywhere, you know what I mean? So I was like, damn, man, I would love you to address that, and he just wasn't there with it.
And a lot of women felt the same way, myself included, because I even tweeted about it, and I was like, okay, dude, when are you getting to the point of this is how we're going to combat, this is what we're going to do? And Dololo, it wasn't part of the speech. And maybe it wasn't the intention for that speech, maybe it's another speech that's coming, whatever, we'll give you the time. But I just think the direction that we need as a country is for you to tell us, this is what we're intending on, this is what we're working on. At least if you're working on something, then we've got hope.
Yeah.
But right now, we don't have hope because all you're saying is speak out. We speak out, nobody cares because nobody's listening, because cops don't care.
Yeah.
And that's why people are complaining all the time, and they're saying Begicele is going up and down the whole country trying to lock down people who've got alcohol, but he doesn't care to put the same mfuto on sexual harassers, on rapists, on murderers, on whatever the case is.
Yo,
You're busy running around, hey, unotshwala. Okay, unotshwala, but I'm allowed, it's legal.
That's where we failed you, Noni. That's why I'm always saying that's where we failed you. And that's why these marches, it's more than just a march. It's us addressing those celebrities and politicians who are on those groups marching tomorrow. Like, hey, guys, here's the problem. Let's address this first.
Because you did see cops all over with that nigga.
You know what I mean?
You
guys are close to these people. Let's address this thing first.
Where is that mfuto for the gender-based violence? Where is that mfuto for the rapists? Where is that mfuto for the murderers? Where is that mfuto for the protection of the ladies? Because at the end of the day, just the mere thing of changing the fact that cops must listen and start putting in the work when someone reports a case. Why are you turning people away?
And I'm not gonna lie, again, gotta be real, I'm not gonna lie, you know. The reason why it's not being dealt with on that level, and we are expecting them to do shit and they're not doing it, is because even in Parliament, this shit exists. It's not being cleaned out there. There's sexual harassment there. There is
Straight up.
There's parliamentary members that are beating their wives in there. So it's not getting addressed there. So they will never have the urgency, because even there it's going down.
Yeah.
So this will be, and is it all Kwezi, the book? Have you guys read the Kwezi book?
I've heard of the book, I haven't read it.
Just go read that book. And then I was getting into it, and then I started thinking, going to the Women's League were the one marching for Baba, and you know what I mean? And so when you're saying that, we also need to clean our house first, and that's the problem. We need to start there, then work it down as well. So it's one of those things that too many people want to hide behind things and just say,
When I'm in the next election, I'm ready. I'm ready to stand in that line. And quiet.
I know the president's watching. Shout out,
No.
Mr. Ramaphosa.
I want to be used, actually. I want to be used in campaigns this election.
For which one?
For a specific party.
Which one?
Uyayazi le party.
Which one?
Fana uyayazi le party. I'm just telling you. I want to make a presentation to a specific party to use me in these next elections for campaigns. I ain't lying.
Yeah.
I just want to tell this party.
Yeah. Yo, I think Julius Malema watches the show, eh?
I don't know who watches. I don't care.
I think Julius Malema watches the show.
I don't know. I doubt it.
Yeah.
I really doubt it.
Yeah.
I really doubt any political party watches the show. But you know, a party that wants to instill change and just wants to. I just want to say that I'm here to be used. I'm here to be used. I really am.
Pagati inside.
Mana, it's time.
Did you see he even put in the comrade accent there? I'm here to be used.
Mana, it's time.
And did you see that?
But you guys are right. Change needs to happen,
Yeah,
and it needs to start at the top and trickle its way down. And if we don't have direction, then we won't know how to fix the problem. And people don't do things because they don't have role models. who are effecting change. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's where the problem lies. You're right, because at the top it's still happening, so they're not going to then fix whatever's happening on the ground. There's only so much speaking we can do.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, we shouldn't wait for those motherfuckers at the top to do whatever.
Yeah.
As we're saying, we should also do it ourselves. We're saying, cool, maybe once our levels start breaking down, we're able to do campaigns where, as us individually, we are going to go give back to the community and help the young.
That's big.
If you guys want to march, please march with a cause. Go to police stations, find out where the case is, who is being assaulted, who is being raped, where are these people. If you guys don't want to investigate, then the people will investigate, because at the end of the day, it's impossible for us to know rape victims but not know a rapist. That's impossible.
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm sorry.
Someone said it on the socials.
I'm sorry, it is impossible for that to happen. So if it means that we need to come together as a community to stop these people so that they can stop affecting every woman in the country, then let's do that.
Yeah.
We need vigilantes, nje. Back in the...
What's your name?
80s.
What's your name?
Vigilantes.
What is his name? Yeah. Yes, Baba.
The force will just wait aside until the vigilantes are
Yeah,
done with him.
Baba.
No, guys.
If I'm using campaigns, I'm coming to get the vigilante.
But I won't lie, 10 years is nothing. I'm sorry, I'm baffled by that.
Yeah, South African sentences are really minimal for shit. Like, they really are. They really, really are.
And that needs to be changed. If there's something we're marching for, maybe we also need to march for that, to say that people need to serve longer time or sentences in jail for the crimes that they're committing. And I understand at some point it's obviously like prevalent to whether how bad it was or whatever the case is. I don't know what the justice system says, but I know also our jails are overcrowded, so that also becomes an issue where they're like, okay, but they can't be there too long because
No, but why are we caring about if it's overcrowded? If I've committed a crime,
you must be in there.
do you understand? If I
Why am I
decided
trying
to
to
say...
make your living comfortable
Do you know what I
when you
mean?
make someone else's uncomfortable?
Like, you know what I mean? It's
Nice
one of
one.
those, like,
That's a great point.
you educate yourself. I've got cousins who came out of prison, and I used to call them, and they'd be like, yo, bro, like, what you used to do out there, we used to get inspired. And it's one of those things that after this, I come out, I'm no more going back to the old life.
Yeah.
I also got a cousin did like 8 years. Shit.
That's crazy.
Real nigga.
I don't know about real niggas, but anyway.
No, he's a real nigga. They used to do like robberies and shit. You know?
That's not real, Speedy. Please don't listen to this guy. He's giving you the bad influence.
You know,
Let's bring it back to music.
I'm talking real. You know, I'm going to go back to what Scoop raised last week about hip-hop and how he feels like it's also affected him, you know? And I had a brief discussion with you, and I know that Tabiso Scholar called me as well, and I was like, yo, you know what Scoop raised up is actually a conversation that...
Shout outs for Scholar watching.
And it's like people don't actually want to touch upon it, but he knows, and he's been there. And we're talking, and I was like, yo, for the fact that, guys, your media, your radios, you know, your bloggers, your influencers, do you understand? They're the ones who are highlighting this rap culture that's been preached, you know what I mean? But, for example, Elliot Wilson will touch or academics, like I actually want to unfollow the guy, right? At 6ix9ine Galo the whole way, then when it's Black Lives Matter, he'll post what, you know? But never ever a day where you'll see him posting a Common or a Talib Kweli or even an Absol where they're like, yo, I'm relating to what's happening right now to the people, and this is how we're moving. And it was like, so this is the media that's feeding the hip hop.
Yeah.
The hip hop we listen to is what the media is feeding us.
Yeah.
But hip hop is so big out there, guys.
Yeah.
It's big of a culture that there are dope shit that you be like, yo, this is dope.
Sipho the Gift.
Sipho the Gift is
dope. That
what
one?
is dope.
That's dope.
Like, I haven't heard you say that in a long time.
trust me.
Those
Trust
words
me.
coming out of your mouth,
That's
I'm going to go
dope.
listen to this nigga
Yo,
for sure.
I'll even say it right here. I would sign Sipho the Gift, no doubt. Like,
So what's
definitely.
stopping him?
Trust me, I would do that because for me, I'm like, yo, that's a break. It's what's needed. You can't all run for the same color. You know what I mean? And that's the thing.
There's
I'm
traffic,
sure.
yeah.
Definitely. And I'm sure when you get in your car, you probably also listen to different music as opposed to what you need to feed out there the whole time.
Yeah, the music is definitely influential. The culture is also very influential. I mean, if we look back to something like Scissorp, that came through and like literally like because it was Lil Wayne was doing his big thing at the time.
The whole of Sata did it.
All of a sudden, kids are just going into chemists and they're buying Fanta, and that's just the thing. And for me, I'm just like, that's how we've been brainwashed into thinking that this thing, because it looks cool, then that's what we should be doing. That's the same thing that landed Lil Wayne in the hospital.
And then they're all like, oh, what's up, dog? Like, nigga, fucking open your mouth, you bitch.
Wow. I don't know what's going on with Speedsta today. Please.
The crazy thing is this, right?
Boys.
There's an interview I watched with brother Muhammad. Muhammad, I'll send it to you guys, right? And it was the whole interview was the black man is God, right? And he was saying the funny thing is with hip hop music, people don't really go and do their research, whereas Future could do the whole dirty Sprite tape, you know what I mean? But yo, when you interview in real life, it's like, yo, I don't do that shit, right? Over the cross, we'll talk about him pushing whatever. He was Officer Ricky. You understand? It was one of those things that we are sold into this. I'm like, yo, this is what I'm gonna do now. And now at the same time, it shows that it's so easy just to say, and I'll use you guys. And sometimes I hear you when you say that's what the part that breaks you with hip hop is because of that. But there is good hip hop out there.
That's
Youngster.
yeah. There is definitely good hip hop, and it's our role. I mean, we can't do it alone, but if we can see the problem, and it's like a testament to us to try and push.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
The other side of the game, and not always like push one side of the game. And that's difficult. That's difficult because we don't own shit. The stations aren't ours, but when we come on these platforms and we can have that conversation.
Hey, Joe Public is black owned.
Yeah, 60%.
You guys see that?
Oh.
60%, the majority,
Joe Public.
60%.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Speedy, off ramp. Yeah, that's
I
dope.
just heard old. I heard old.
You really threw us off this, Speedy, because he was going somewhere. And then you went
and you just off ramp.
He does it all the time.
Because the comments right now, I will be like, there goes Speedy.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I love it. You know what?
The show is long now.
I think it's off ramp because I take it because I know he's a skater. You know what I mean? So every time he off ramps, I just see him on a skateboard going this way. So it's all good.
And also, it's been long. I think the show's done.
Is it done now?
Yeah, but anyway, I've got
done?
homework. I know you guys hate homework, but it's one of those things that we're chatting with somebody, and I was saying that with the release, there comes a plan. So individually, not for me, all artists are different. All plans have to be different. All rollouts have to be different. You understand? Don't mimic and be lazy and do the same shit that everyone's doing, right?
Please repeat that again, dog.
Right?
Please repeat that again, dog.
All artists are different, so all plans need to be different. All rollout, everything needs to be different.
Amazing.
It's not the same shit that I'm gonna go supply Miss Cosmo and Speedsta and Scoop because they do this hip hop show. No, you can go elsewhere. You can say, yo, how about I twist man and say, yo, I'm gonna hit up a more flavor or somebody. You know what I mean? It's different things that you could do, right?
Yeah.
So this is a homework. If you had to plan a rollout, give me 5 points from a digital, traditional, linear way of how you do your individual rollout.
Oh my God,
I
that's
hope people will love it.
crazy.
I know Nota's going to be commenting there saying he wants to see the homework.
Hey, Nota wants to be part of the show.
Oh my God.
We love you too, dog. We love you too.
I had a convo with him. He's definitely down to come and speak his knowledge.
Relax. Don't say too much.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I feel you.
That's our homework.
Yeah, okay, that's amazing homework, VG. And can I add that in this app right now, that record label hack that you wear, like really came through.
Oh,
shout out.
Like for real, like it really came through. And that's what we want, and that's what they need from you, without sacrificing your check.
Yeah.
But today, you really applied, and it really, like, it feels fucking good, because that information is crazy, dog. You know? We've all been thinking the same thing, but we couldn't word it, and you just hit it on the head, dog.
Yeah.
And you did it twice, you know? You did it with the Sipo, the gift, and with this, like, that's what's up.
With the uniqueness as well.
Yeah, I loved that.
Being unique.
I love this homework. My God, can we designate you our homework giver? I want to designate you the homework giver that ties into the industry.
I never did my homework in school. That's all I'm gonna say. I never, ever, ever
Speedy
did
was
my
a guy
homework.
cheating off of his girlfriends there on the
Cheating,
side.
I had friends who would do it for me.
Oh. Please cancel Speedy today. Speedy, we don't know what's happening today.
That's fucking it. How I got it?
Like a driving license. I got it. How I got it. All right, guys, that's the podcast. That was a beautiful episode.
Yes.
That was a beautiful episode.
Thank you.
And we did both. You know?
Yeah.
Because you said that you wanted us to freestyle this one. And we really freestyled.
Oh, yeah, we did.
We did.
And shout out to Rockets, because they're always making us look nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yo,
actually,
guys,
you're right.
fuck. The show looks amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Where you guys shooting?
and we don't even, guys, we don't even have the money to be shooting this, but we got this.
We got it.
You know what I mean? You don't see no sponsors rolling. You
But
don't
we
see
got it.
But look at this. And when you compare it to like a lot of content out there,
Hey.
it's like, yo, we
Yo,
look,
shit shaky, B.
we look amazing.
Yo.
Thank you.
We look amazing.
Shout out to Rockets for having our
Thank
back.
you.
Because
Yeah.
if we're
Thank
not
you.
at the Rockets, man, but we're here in the store and we're using
And
different
it's so
areas.
dope, yeah.
So
Different
shout outs for the aesthetics, man. Like it's
Yeah,
really
no,
dope.
it
Fire.
looks.
Hey, and shout out to 500 plus of you that are watching week in, week out. We
Yes.
see you.
Yes. And the
We
live
see
chat
you.
as well.
Are we going to break the record?
We'll try.
I don't like doing those things. You know, let it happen organically.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
When it happens, it will happen. We'll celebrate it when it happens.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, keep on watching.
And it's
we
a
love
date.
it.
Like, I enjoy it. I know, like, okay, Tuesday, let's go, you
Yeah.
know? Like, chat.
The comment section is actually quite
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's fun.
It's
And the thing
hilarious.
is, I see the comments there, Mother Christmas, aka the Queen of the North out there.
Queen of the North, the Queen of the North.
Makhathini out there being fresh and like, yo, Scoop is here. We'll see you guys. No DJ
out.
Dimples,
man.
obviously.
Yes.
And Dizzy.
Yeah,
Yes.
they always
see you
there.
guys. Yeah.
Shout out.
I'm shook of the comments, to be honest. I won't lie. Yeah. I'm shook, man. I'm
But
shook.
it feels like, well, not it feels like, it's like a family, you know? It's like, you know?
That's what it is. I
Yeah.
love that.
It's like it's us.
And it's funny that you know everyone's name now.
Yeah,
wow,
even
you
though,
just
like,
mentioned them.
Yeah, you
it's
know everyone's name. You're like,
It's
okay.
a-
There's some regulars.
Yes.
On the regular.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah,
Dope.
yeah,
Join us.
Dope.
yeah, yes.
I'm gonna have to. You know what? I'm gonna have to.
Do you know
I
what?
gotta play with the
Scoop's
team.
got this thing. He's got this thing where we talk about, we're like, oh, today's show was so dope or whatever. When you come off the comments, Scoop comes in tomorrow and he'll be like, oh, was the show dope? It's like he's scared to be in the live
I
chat.
am scared. Because you know,
Because you come with the caps.
no, because the people, because I'm just so used to be honest, I'm just so used to Twitter.
Oh.
And the bullshit that happens on Twitter, so I'm scared to see what people are gonna say in real time. You know what I mean? Because it just it fucks you up. You just don't know whether you should be, you know, continuing on this path that you're on. And I don't want people's opinions to affect the path that I'm on.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
But Scoop, you spoke about, you said this amount of time that if you are happy, you be happy.
I just
You don't
skip.
care about it, you know what I mean?
If you're talking shit, I just skip.
Yeah.
That's it.
Skip.
And then you're always gonna attract those. And I'm not strong enough. I'm too sensy.
Me, I'll be like Bonang, litanyela.
Yo, she was kneeling Tyrese.
Yo, speak about that one time. Speak about that. Yo, hold up. Yo, so come on the CD back in the day, because we all some 90s babies out here. There's that when the CD goes quiet after the tracks.
Yeah.
Then
It's a
another one.
bonus
And
track.
then the bonus after 45 seconds.
What happened with the Tyrese thing?
I don't
I
know,
saw he was trending, but I didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah, he just posted some dumb shit. I think he searched South Africa on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then there was some like white slavery stuff that popped up. Then he went straight to Instagram like, oh, just search South Africa and this is what's happening. What the fuck?
Did
And
he
people were
apologize?
like, yeah, wait,
No,
now.
don't say people.
Bonang.
Again, it's a woman. Not a guy first. No, it's a woman.
Litanyela.
I am a lady P. I know. I'm taking you for you, white guy. That's man. I saw lady P. I smell that sister. I smell.
Yo, Yo, she went
Apparently,
in on him.
Bonang and Boiti apparently was also in
All
the...
of them.
Yo.
I saw Nadia report. I just saw Nadia reposting a report, like a report. So I'm like,
dope ladies.
reporting Tyrese.
Yo,
Guys,
yo.
I'm fun about
I know, man. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out. Watinta bafazi, watinta imbokoto. And the women are the backbone of every nation. So it's no secret that they stood up for the nation.
like-
Inani man. Inani. Tata.
They went in on him, yo. Crazy.
Shout out for that. I didn't see that.
So that's the L for Therese.
Yeah. a big
Yeah,
one.
he's been washed. Anyway, thank you for joining us.
man.
We'll see you again next week.
Sharp.
It happened fast and furious. He transformed to being washed. It happened fast and furious.
He's like, I love Africa. When in 2002, people are like, 2002, shut up.
We've got it good here, guys.
Nice.
We really got it good. I just hope we just sort out our issues. But I simnani la.
Yeah, we
Iwakanda
good.
ngempela singayishintsha le ndaba.
Yeah, we real nice. Sharp.